And of course, it wouldn't be an atheist stream if we didn't have a little bit of an issue. But welcome to Midnight in the Grotto. Tonight, we're going to discuss the toxicity of TikTok, dealing with trolls that come into your comment sections, and go over frequently asked questions on Satanism. And we will also have an open mic session where you can ask questions or just chit-chat with Grumps. But first, a little housekeeping. Starting next week, we'll have a forum where you can ask your questions while the main topic of the night is being presented. This is for those of you who wish to have your questions seen and answered, as well as give you a chance to ask those questions you'd really like Grumps to answer. Over the coming weeks, we'll be covering more of our theme of embrace, live, and conquer. Look for a video to drop around Thursday each week. And finally, we're trying to get some guests lined up for panel discussions in the future. Stay tuned for more info. So that about wraps it up. I just need to get one little thing going here. So let's dive into tonight's episode. TikTok, the toxic wasteland of the internet. If you've been on TikTok for any length of time, you know it's a bunch of fun content that entertains and lifts you up daily. You know, cat videos, dog videos, dance videos, people shaking their booty, that type of thing. You may have also noticed, if you discuss things that could be considered triggering to some people, you will get your share of toxic interaction. Well, this is what's been happening to me quite a bit. I understand why 2 of my accounts were taken down. I was being a little too much in your face with stuff. But I have no clue as to why my more recent accounts have been trashed by the powers that be at TikTok. I was being wholesome and just spreading the word about being true to yourself and living your best life you possibly can. The whole embrace, live, and conquer motif this year couldn't be more uplifting unless I really became icky sweet about it. However, there appears to be bad actors out there who can't stand it if you believe something different than what they believe and tell them you don't give a what they believe as long as they don't force it down other people's throats. This is what happened to me, I feel. I said something that put somebody's panties in a twist, and they ganged up on it and began reporting me. Videos, lives, what have you. Of course, being a member of one of the most misunderstood religion probably contributes to this in many ways. After all, if you try and ask an AI chatbot about Satanism, it refuses to discuss any of the finer points of it because it is harmful. This couldn't be further from the truth. Most Satanists are out there to live their life and don't give two fucks what you do with your life as long as it doesn't interfere with the pursuit of a happy life for ourselves. Just leave us alone and we won't bother you. Which leads me to my next topic. Trolls. Theistic trolls. There's a breed of internet trolls out there that just wants to make your life miserable if you don't believe what they do. They go out of their way to try and trigger a reaction from you. That way they can get you banned for violating the community's guidelines in some form or fashion. Some of these present themselves as theistic, but they may actually just be a common troll, just trying to get your goat. So how do you deal with them? Well, here are a few ideas to keep in mind when dealing with any trolls, especially those of a theistic nature. Bloody phone, I forgot to shut it off. 1. Stay calm. When engaging with a troll, it's important to remain calm and level-headed. Responding with anger or hostility is unlikely to be productive, and it may only escalate the situation. Set some boundaries. If the troll is being abusive or disrespectful, it's important to set boundaries and let them know that their behavior is not acceptable. You can do this by assertive language and stating your position clearly. Don't take the bait. Trolls often try to provoke a reaction, so it's important not to take the bait. Avoid getting into arguments or engaging in name-calling, and instead, try to focus on the issues at hand. Stay on topic. If the troll is trying to divert the conversation away from the topic at hand, gently steer the conversation back to the original subject. You can do this by asking questions or restating your position. Know when to disengage. Know when to disengage. Sometimes it's best to simply disengage from the conversation if it becomes too toxic or unproductive. Don't feel obligated to continue engaging with the troll if it's not serving any purpose whatsoever and it's doing nothing but pissing you off. Just don't let it get to you. Remember that engaging with trolls can be emotionally taxing and may not always be worth the effort. It's up to you to decide whether it's worth engaging with a theistic troll and to take care of yourself in the process. Well, that about takes care of the meat and potatoes of tonight's episode. Now we're going to take a look at some frequently asked questions that Satanists seem to encounter when they go live anywhere on the internet. So these are just a few questions that I see asked all the fucking time. Number 1, what is a Satanist? Satanism is an atheistic religion that adheres to an Epicurean philosophy of rational self-interest and indulgence without compulsion. That's the simple answer. That's the quick answer. That's about the only answer I give. And, that type of thing just kind of leads to other things. And I forgot to do something there. Oh, well. Another question I get asked is, since you believe in Satan, you must also believe in God. Actually, Satanism is an atheistic religion, which by default means that we do not believe in any supernatural entities of any type. This includes Satan, God, Thor, Zeus, any gods. Satan is used as a symbol based on the meaning of the original Hebrew word Hasatan, which means the adversary, opposer, and accuser. We are the opposition to herd mentality, which is found throughout society, people following the herd, doing what other people do. We do not conform just because it's a social norm to do so. We choose that which is best for our own self-interest. We don't follow the pack. We don't ride off the cliff. We don't go like lemmings into the sea. What do Satanists believe in? This is a fun one. We're going to quote one of the satanic statements here. Satan represents vital existence instead of spiritual pipe dreams. In this context, vital existence refers to living a life that is grounded in reality rather than in abstract or idealized concepts of spirituality or religion. This means embracing the challenges and complexities of life, including the uncertainties, pain, and hardships, and finding meaning and purpose in one's own experiences. By contrast, spiritual pipe dreams refer to the idea that there is some sort of transcendent, idealized realm beyond the physical world that provides meaning or purpose. Existentialists reject this idea, instead of emphasizing the importance of living authentically in the present moment and taking responsibility for one's own choices and actions. Believing in vital existence instead of spiritual pipe dreams means prioritizing the here and now and finding meaning and purpose in one's own experiences and relationships, rather than relying on abstract concepts or spirituality or even religion. It means embracing the complexities of life and finding meaning and purpose in the struggles and challenges that we all face. So this whole thing is much better, in my opinion, than just living for something that may or may not come to pass. I'm going to have to do something about that. Just 1 second. Oh, the joys of living with modern technology, yes? Just going to check this real quick because it looked like it was something that might have been important. Not really. All right. Now, on to the next question. Don't Satanists practice ritual sacrifice of children and animals? Satanists follow something called the 11 Satanic Rules of the Earth. Within this code of conduct are 2 rules, the 9th and the 10th. I believe that's which ones they are, which are as follows. 9, do not harm little children. End of story. We do not harm any little children. And number 10, do not kill non-human animals unless you are attacked or for your food. So the answer to this question would be an emphatic no. We do, however, symbolically destroy something in our mental theater of ritual. We may visualize destroying something to give us the mental state of actually performing the act. In this way, we are able to destroy that which has offended us. Psychodrama instead of literal acts. That is how we sacrifice. What is destroyed in this process is our mental energy in the act of ritual. This is a difficult concept for some people to grasp, but once it's understood, it is a powerful tool for the practitioner. In other words, we visualize taking something out of our lives that does not benefit us, and we scrap it. Now we're getting to some of the fun questions. Can I sell my soul to gain money, power, and fame, or anything if I sell it to the devil? As Satanists, we do not believe in an eternal soul that could be bartered with a supernatural entity for any personal gain. Therefore, the answer is no. You can't sell your non-existent soul to a non-existent Satan. Makes sense, right? I mean, people actually have to work for this and get this influence, or they're born into it sometimes. But all in all, you can't sell your soul, okay? Now, this is one of my favorites. Can you help me join the Illuminati? This question often comes from people who live in parts of the African continent, though it's not limited to this demographic. For some reason, they equate Satanism to the Illuminati. The supposed Illuminati that controls the world and gives some people power is just a conspiratorial pipe dream. I thought I muted that. People either are born to wealth and power, or they obtain it the hard way, by earning it. Same goes for fame, which is often more difficult to obtain than wealth and power. See the above question. We cannot help you join the Illuminati. We do not have an Illuminati. But if you really want to join the Illuminati, you can send me $99.95 to my PayPal, which I'll post below. No, not really. We can't help you. We really, really can't help you. Sorry, dude. Or dudette. Now, aren't the Masons satanic? No. This is often used by those that oppose the fraternal organization and think they are more than just a brotherhood that supports their members. In order to be a Freemason, it is highly encouraged to believe in a higher power that is in control of the universe. In contrast, a Satanist doesn't believe in such a thing. As far as I know, it's not possible to be a Mason and a Satanist at the same time. So, you're coming to the wrong person if you're asking me how to become a Mason. I can't help you. I really, really can't help you. Sorry. Now, here's a fun one that gets asked. Are you not a Satanist just because you want to sin? This is actually a question a dear friend of mine once asked me, and it pops up from time to time in online chats. You have to remember something, though. Sin is defined as an immoral act considered to be a transgression against divine law. Once again, we do not believe in any supernatural entities. Ergo, it is impossible to sin. Although we have some sins, but they're tongue-in-cheek. In fact, we see Satan as representing all the so-called sins as they lead to physical, mental, or emotional gratification. These sins are deemed so because they are our basic nature as humans. We embrace our natural state and act without compulsion as the situation arises. So yes, I'm going to have that triple cheeseburger. Yes, I'm going to have that second order of onion rings. Just because I want to, not because I'm gluttonous. Which leads to the moral dilemma. If you embrace sin, stealing and murder would be allowed. Really? When it comes to stealing from someone, that is a moral choice up to the individual. And is the thought of murder is abhorrent to a Satanist. Civil law violation would be the anathema to our goals in life, which is to enjoy life to the fullest. Still, the 11 satanic rules of the earth covers this in laws 6, 9, and 10. We embrace that which gives us physical, mental, or emotional gratification. Come on, think about it, people. If you do something that's going to take away your vital existence by locking you up, do you think it's something that a Satanist would really want to do? I don't think so. Okay, now we're going to have a little bit of fun with this one. Can you tell me what you believe in? I gave a summary earlier of what we believe in, but I'm going to let you know that Satanism is about seeking knowledge for personal growth and betterment. So my answer is go find out for yourself. Go to the official Church of Satan website and have a look around. Link is in the show notes. If you are still interested after reading the info they provide, pick up a copy of the Satanic Bible. Read it. It is the basis for most of what we adhere to. Remember, it is not like the holy books of other religions. It is just the base that we use as the mutable pillar of our beliefs. It's not immutable, people. It can change. Our thoughts and actions do not always coincide with what the founder of Satanism said. Now comes the one where it really gets fun. I've been saying that a lot lately. Okay, it gets weird, obnoxious, totally weirdness, you know? Isn't there a spectrum of different Satanists? Is there more than one flavor of Satanism? Yes and no. Yes, there are myriad of groups that call themselves Satanists, but only one would be true to the ideas I express. And that is Satanism is codified as a religion that didn't exist until Anton LaVey penned his magnum opus, the Satanic Bible, in 1966. This has become the foundation of satanic thought in our era. All others are mere pretenders to the title. Theistic Satanism is a bold affront to our concepts, as are those who belong to the Satanic Temple, Joy of Satan, Order of Nine Angles, and others that claim to be Satanists. So, from my perspective, there's only one type of Satanist. The official organization, Church of Satan. Satanism is an inverse reflection of Christianity and all the myriad flavors thereof. In other words, there are not denominations of Christianity, of Satanism. There are many denominations of Christianity, but Satanism is not denominational. You know, it's one of those things that really bugs me is when the person comes, hey, I'm a theistic Satanist. I actually believe in the devil. I actually do this. I actually do that. I actually converse with demons and I summon up demons to do my will. Well, you're a diabolitrist or a heretic, Christian, or whatever your religion is. You're a heretic of it. So that about wraps it up for that portion of the show. I'm going to take just a second here and wet my whistle. And get ready for the next portion of the stream, which is this. So just give me a couple of seconds here, and we'll be back with you in just a moment. Give me one more second here. I didn't grab my drink. I was too busy copying. Yes, it's fun stuff, people. It's fun stuff. Alrighty. Alrighty. Welcome. Getting myself situated here. So that's what I have listed so far for the frequently asked questions. Now, if you look for the pinned message in the chat, you'll find a link to join me on the screen and discuss anything related to Satanism. I will also attempt to answer any questions you might have in the chat. So come on up and let's chat. I don't bite unless I'm asked to do so. But if you don't have any questions, that's fine. Native atheist, welcome. I always say there's no such thing as sin. There's right and wrong. Well, the only problem with being that type of thing, saying that type of thing, is that one person's right is another person's wrong, or one person's wrong might be another person's right. And you really can't say that it's black and white. Now, there are definitely things that are wrong, but in given situations, they might be right. Just saying. So if you have any questions, feel free to type them in the chat. Or if you'd like to, you can come join me on screen by following the link to StreamYard. And you don't have to log in with anything. You can just create a screen name, put up a picture. You don't even have to show yourself. You can put up a picture and just be on the mic. You don't have to be on video. It's not a requirement. And I'm more than happy to answer any questions on Satanism. While we're waiting here, is there anything else going on? No, not really. I've just been trying to get myself organized. It's taken me 4 months to get myself so organized that I can get this going. So I'm going to stay on here for about a half hour, see what happens. And in the meantime, going back to that thing about TikTok, it drove me insane. I tell you, I love being on TikTok. I love having lives there. I love expressing myself to people and having people come up and having a conversation. And it's one place where you can have conversations with many, many different people. But unfortunately, it appears people don't like me. For some reason, TikTok doesn't like fringe religions. I'm not the only Satanist that's been banned from TikTok. There have been quite a few that have been. And it is annoying as hell to spend 3 years on an app creating hundreds of hours of content just to have that all torn down. Thank goodness I've saved most of it. If there's any chance I want to share it on here, I will. Or I might share it on one of my other channels, which I will be linking in my main channel. And just have like my fun one, which is Grumpy Old Cuss. Y'all probably see me around in that one at the atheist organization, whatever it's calling itself now. I think it's called The Flavor. I'm not sure, but it used to be the Atheist Roundtable, then it was the Atheist Network Group, now it's called The Flavor, T period, H period, E period. And I have no idea what the hell that means, except for I'm thinking the heathen entertainment flavor? I don't know. I didn't pay attention when Oz made the announcement because I was at work. Those guys I really miss. I miss hanging out, watching Oz and everybody that was involved with the channel back when it started. It was an awesome place. There were many times that we just hung out, had a good time. Sometimes Oz and He Who Shall Not Be Named, PM, would just do a pop-up and we would just talk and have fun. And they were just experimenting, making sure things were working the way they wanted to, and all that. But, you know, those things, they just sometimes become toxic. Groups fall apart. It happens. You had a great group of people for a few months on Snap, and that's fallen apart. I've had people that hung out in my Discord, which there's a link in the show notes. Feel free to do that. And all that. Hey, we have somebody in the stream. What's up, Harvest?
Hey, Grumpy.
How's life treating you?
Oh, decent enough. Just got off work.
Nah. Well, thanks for swinging by and checking out this idiot. This person. Let's switch this over to this. There we go. So, no, I was just complaining about the toxicity of TikTok and trolls that come into your chat rooms and people who like to ban you for no reason.
Right. Is my audio working?
Then I went over. Yeah, your audio's working.
Cool.
And
yeah, the TikTok situation has been, like, to me, that I noticed this 3 years ago and was telling people you probably shouldn't invest time in this platform because this keeps happening. By that period of time, I think Jeff was on his 5th account or something. Like, come on.
Yeah. And he's like on number 16 or 17 now. And hell, Mel Trifetti is on like count number 11. So, but I'm on my 6th account and it's my last account. If it gets banned, I'm going to totally focus over here, which is better, in my opinion. And
Seems
especially
like a
when you
lot of
have things
people
like
have
this.
and
Yeah.
not just because of political bullshit going on. Like, yeah, that's probably gonna help numbers of viewers for other platforms, but like content creators are leaving TikTok because TikTok is kind of bad.
Yeah, and if you're a fringe content creator, you get no traffic or you get banned.
Yeah,
So,
it was feast or famine. It seems like.
yeah, and I do know that when we had the pandemic, that helped quite a bit.
Right.
And that had more people on, more people were doing things. Same thing, there was a lot of growth in the atheist YouTube community at that time as well. And you remember seeing it in the in Discord. People were in there.
All
Every single day we had a chat going at
Discords
least.
grew. All
What
Discords
was
grew
that?
in that.
Yeah. They were all growing at that time. Then it just,
Yep.
now it's down to like 15 people that'll hang out sometimes, if that.
Right.
Or it's a group that's kumbaya. Won't mention what group I'm talking about, but there's always a chat going on over there at night. And I'm just like, why? But,
The
each
group I'm
their own.
thinking of, I don't think there was much substance. I don't think there is much substance in their conversations, anyways.
No, it's the more social uh, brothers and sisters that we have, and
Yeah.
other
Yeah.
the ones who are about apotheosis.
Right.
But why do you need apotheosis? I mean, I'm already a god. I mean, anyway. But I'm sorry if you missed the first part of the show, but you can go back and watch it. I know you said you just got off work.
I might have got off like 10, 15 minutes ago. I was listening for a while. I was
Yeah.
ordering food and I didn't want to have to stop in the middle of hopping on here to chat with you. So
Oh, look, it's Titan Uranus
you got a Titan up in here?
and Aunt Jer. Welcome. Here's my Aunt Jer. Yes, I will always think you is my auntie. But yeah, Titan's in the chat, and we're just having question and answer time. If you've got any questions on Satanism, of course, I've already answered a bunch of them. But these are two of my mods. And the most fantastic people I've ever encountered. I'm talking to one of them, and two of them are in my chat on the internet. I have encountered these three people. I'm going to go ahead and blow smoke up off y'all's asses and say you are some of the best people I know.
Sounds like lies to me.
It's not lies. If I was lying, I would definitely be making fun of it. These are some of the most famous and fun people I know on the internet. No, you guys are great. Pardon me,
thank you.
I need to wet the whistle. People always ask me what flavor of Coke that is. It's not Coke, it's flavored water. But remember, the link is available. Anybody wants to come up? I know there's only 4 people in the chat, but hey. And one of them's me. Tell you, this is the hardest part about doing these live streams is when you open the mic up and you're like, is anybody going to come up?
Right. I mean, if I knew when they were going to be and knew that I was going to have time, I'd definitely join more of them.
Yeah, well, most Saturday nights at 10 p.m. Pacific is when I go live. I'm going to be more steady about it.
Coincidentally, I get off most Saturday nights at 10 p.m. Pacific.
Yeah. So, but of course, in my area, it's after midnight, so it's midnight in the grotto.
Right.
And hopefully next week, I'm going to get a couple of people on a panel and we're going to have a discussion. So I just need to talk to them. I've been trying to get them set up for about 3 weeks now, trying to figure out when we can get together and do it. I don't have to do it on a Saturday night. I can do it on a Sunday. Monday through Friday, though, I'm busy. But yeah, these people I've been talking to would be great because we'd have different viewpoints and we all interpret things differently. So that's great. And just trying to come up with topics of discussion is the next part.
Right.
Oh, there's no name underneath their icon. Let me fix that. Talking to Harvest. Let me see. Show, display their names. There we go. Boom. I always forget to turn that part on. When I've been recording, I don't like having the thing there, and I use StreamYard sometimes for recording. But I've got about another 15 minutes or so. I'm going to run this, and then I'm going to go ahead and call it a night after 15 minutes and go back to blowing up warships in World of Warships.
Gotcha.
I've become addicted to that game. Oh, man. I can cycle through about 80 battles in just one night.
Jeez. I don't know how much time that really is, but that sounds like a lot of work.
Well, the maximum time for the ones that I'm in is 20 minutes, but we usually get them over with in about 8 minutes. So,
Okay.
8 times, so that's 80 minutes. So it's a little over 2 hours. Or a little over an hour. Damn, I'm just under 2. I can't do math. I failed maths.
Well, you said 20 battles, right?
80.
80 battles
Mm-hmm.
at 8 minutes apiece.
Yes, that's 160. Or whatever. It's about 480. I don't know. Somebody do the math. Aunt Jer?
It's 8 hours.
Yeah, it's 8 hours. Yeah, but it's still fun. It's my second job. I just need to get paid to do it. Hey, maybe I should do it on Twitch. Oh, wait a minute. Twitch isn't paying very well anymore. It's really becoming hard to make money as a content creator unless you have merchandise, which I do have merchandise, just no link to it right now. You can get weird shirts like the Atheist Roundtable used to have. Ooh, ah. I've got Jeff's God is Not Dope t-shirt and his Circular Reasoning Works Because Circular Reasoning.
Right.
And yes, I am going to be exploring more atheism on here, but Satanism is the lens it's going to go through. So, now, granted, I will not be anywhere near as popular as Magister, what's his face with Satan's Splain, but I can try. What is that? What is his? Do you remember?
No. Weirdly, I do not remember who runs that.
He also runs satanic comedy on their quote unquote radio station.
Does it count Mormont?
No,
No, he's
but
JB Mavs. Yeah.
and he also does the jokes that are put up on the official stream. You know, the image jokes or memes,
Okay.
the satanic memes.
Yeah.
He does a lot of things. He's got his hands full. And I tell you, though, I'm still about halfway through getting caught up with this show, and I've really enjoyed learning from it. You're the maths department, Titan? They messed up when they cloned me. They didn't put the maths part in the DNA. I don't know why. But just on the news front of with Discord, are things running well with that?
Mostly. I mean, it's,
Okay.
server's
Slow.
running well. Working, kind of low activity. Kind of what you expect of a server with that low pop, but also
Yeah.
it's working.
But, it might pick up in the summer. But who knows?
I don't know what I figure.
And maybe if we get another strain going with that COVID crap. Oh. Do I want to wish a pandemic on people? No. Did I like the pandemic? Yes. Made my job easier. But thanks for coming up, Harvest. I think I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up for the night.
Yeah. Oh,
And I will go longer when things get more active. I'm sorry, I cut you off.
but no, I was just saying, yeah, have a good one.
Yeah. Take care of yourself.
Absolutely. You too.
All right. Later.
Bye now.
Alrighty. So, with that, thanks, Harvest, for coming up. Thank you, everybody who's viewing right now and who will view in the future. Thanks for watching. So as my parting shot, I want to say, remember to embrace who you are. Live your best life you possibly can and conquer your perceived world. Thanks for watching. See you next week. Bye now. Oh, and I don't have a closing thing. I knew I was forgetting something. Oh well. We'll just run the intro one more time. Take care, everyone. Now, how do I shut this thing off again? I can never get this right. Oh yeah, there it is.